Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. I make no apology for not wearing a poppy. People say to me, you were supposed to be a big supporter of the armed forces. Why don't you wear a poppy? Well, I don't have to wear a poppy to prove I'm a supporter of the armed forces. I decided to wear this instead. It's the badge of care after combat, a charity that I formed with Simon Weston and Goose and Smokey Cole to try and help veterans that are really falling into bad ways by entering the criminal justice system, either being in prison or in danger of going into prison. And that is working really, really well. And for all the years we put this together, we struggled and struggled and struggled for money. And then we found out the Royal British Legion has about £200 million in reserve in its bank. Well, we all need reserves, unless of course you spend it all on the veterans. I'm not saying that the Royal British Legion do a bad job, but they don't do the job that they should be doing. When you think that no one else collects a penny for military charities during this November period because the Royal British Legion hog it all up. Have you seen another television programme on the television at the Albert Hall for Veterans in Action, Care After Combat, PTSD resolutions? No, it's all the Royal British Legion. And I think they have a duty to share out some of that money to the lesser charities. I'm not involved anymore. I couldn't do both. Apparently, I couldn't have this television station, Ustream, with my views and expect the NHS to support the veterans charities that I put together. So anyway, I left a while ago, and it's quite right because, you know, what is the NHS about? It's about curing people, everybody, and of course, with so diverse a staff, the three greatest things in employers in the world are: first is the Chinese military, second is the Indian railway system, and third is the NHS. And of course, there's people from all around the world. They can't risk upsetting them. That's probably why they spend more money on diversity officers than they do on MRI machines, as I know, where my girlfriend's mother has been waiting to get stuff done for her. It doesn't matter. I mean, you know, can't you just concentrate on getting people better rather than influencing their minds? And while we're at it, talking of influencing minds, what the hell are Marks and Spencer's up to? If anyone is going to go into Marks and Spencer's again and buy anything, you must be mad. Have you seen this woke? It's Christmas, but not just like how you want it, smashing up the Santas. Do they want to get rid of Christmas? Why is that? Gee, I mean, look at last year. In John Lewis's as well, there was a young lad, a young boy dressed up in a dress and makeup and everything. What's that about? Are they just trying to cause outrage? Is that what it is? Well, they can all piss off. I'm going to grow my own Christmas pudding out the back garden. Anyway, let's go on for some more woke stuff now. I mean, you couldn't really make this up. This is the comedy club. Do you know the West End Comedy Club? Have you heard of that? Well, here we go. The West End Comedy Club. Right, there's a list of comedians that are banned. Well, I've banned myself because it don't get enough money in there. There's a list of 10 comedians that don't fit the criteria because of bullying or sexism or homophobic. And this is put together by their live comedy producer, Joy Hunter. Joy, female. What the fuck do they know about comedy? Be fair, come on. You know, the only funny female is in that Marks and Spencer advert, and she's a fairy. How she gets off the ground, that Dawn French, I've no idea. She must have turbo wings. But anyway, the world has gone wokey mad. Here's another mad woman. Right, this is a woman, I don't know what her name is, I better not write it down, but she's in charge of the American Ornithology Association, and they're changing the name of birds because of racism. Yeah, there's a bird, here he is now, he's an right, her name is President Colleen Handel. Now, they're changing the name of one bird, Scott's Oracle, Scott's Oriole, or whatever it is. It's a yellow and black bird. Why are they changing his name? Well, because this Scott, who is a great bird painter and an ornithologist, was a slave. He had slaves. Yeah, so the bird's now got to change his name. The bird is racist by association. And there's another one. So when's it going to happen in our country? How long are we going to keep the name Blackbird? Really? What? Is just the colour black offensive? I don't get it. Blackbirds. What are we going to do with tits? We'll have to rename them. We've got birds here called tits. We've got a bird here called thrush. Ooh. So what are we going to do? Change them. What, the blackbird will become a bird of colour. Tits will become things that men who feed babies have, and thrush, we'll just name it to the great crested canistan. That'll do. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, what is going on? I'm not going to talk too much about what's going on in Palestine at the moment. They've arrested that bloke with the mice, which I think is a bloody shame. I thought he should have been given a medal in there. Why don't they do something to the thousands and thousands and thousands of protesters that are blocking up the Liverpool Street station at the moment? They'll probably arrest some. They did arrest some guy for doing a hate crime on his website. They all pounced round and grabbed him, or putting something on Twitter. But thousands and thousands of students and glue yourself to the road protesters who just want to jump on the support Palestine thing. I support Palestine, of course we do. Anyone in their right mind would support the two-state type of thing. But what do I know? I'm a comedian. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just wish it never happened. I wish whoever made that decision to attack Israel and kill 1,400 people there that didn't think there was going to be retaliation. Is this what they wanted to do? Well, it's certainly bloody happening. Do you know who I feel sorry for out of most of this? President Putin. He must be sitting here saying, isn't it marvellous? He said, I've nearly taken over Ukraine. I'm sending thousands of young men to their death, and these fucking Palestinians have stole all my press. Well, let's see if we can have a bit of peace at Christmas, eh? All sit round that little campfire, having a turkey sandwich. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. I mean, I tell you, the world has gone mad, and you don't have to be funny to talk about the news. You don't have to make the news funny. It's just ridiculous enough as it is. So, here you go, Care After Combat. If you'd like to make a donation that goes straight to the veterans, go to ustream.com Veterans Fund, or it will be on here. If you fancy a laugh on the 14th of December to celebrate my birthday, me and Bobby Davro, it's an evening gig to make sure he's out of bed, we'll be at the Grand Cafe in Southampton, the 14th. The tickets are on sale. Here's the thing here now. Okay, Jim Sunday Sandwich is back this Sunday with me, Vicky, who's broken a leg, and the wonderful Debbie Arnold, and we'll be talking about the news and we'll have a lie. And I'm not going to be henpecked by these pair of cows. I've had enough of it. I'm going to fight back. Right, I'm over to Ustream now to talk about what I really want to talk about with no fear of being cancelled. You know, I don't think they can actually... Oh, look at them.
Right, Straw, love child.
No. We've shared a bit of bodily fluid. I am being nice to you.
I want to go home now.